All right, so let's make a formal introduction for our listener. Good afternoon, Alberto. My name is Claudio. I'm calling you from Washington, D.C., from the studios in Fairfax City. We're very humble and grateful that Alberto Bellavia accepted our invitation to our show. Alberto, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Claudio. It's very, very excited to be here to talking about my music life, and I'm so happy about this talking with you.
Thank you very much. Same here, man. The last 2 years, had been very difficult with COVID, and you couldn't go out that much. If you're a touring musician, you couldn't tour, you couldn't make money. Many bands in general, not just field composers, disappeared because there was no money coming in, and some of them don't have a studio at home, so they end up, going to school, get another job, and forget about music. And especially in Italy at the beginning, a lot of people died. So at the beginning of the COVID. So how the COVID, affected you, your family, your sanity? How you holding up?
Oh yes, I remember 2 years with COVID was very hard. So very hard. I remember in the first lockdown in 2020, I stay in my studio because the school was closed. All school in Italy was closed. It was very impressive because I didn't never see the situation. And I remember that I wrote a lot of music in that period, a lot of music, and I wrote 2 food feature movies in the lockdown, Cimeta and The Invisible War.
Perfect. Yeah.
Because the film director contacted me and sent me the wall cut, and asked me, please, Alberto, watch the full movie, and please tell me what do you think about the story, and we can discuss about the possibility to work together to write an original score. Okay, tell yes. I have a lot of time because I'm in lockdown.
Yeah.
There's no possibility to go out. But also I remember that I started to do a video lesson. I remember a video lesson with my students was so very difficult, so very, very difficult, because many problems with connection, internet connection. A lot of students didn't have a good connection, but it was so heavy. But anyway, in the first lockdown, I was not too much bad, because for only 2 months, for March, April, May, a lot of sun outside, because I'm so very lucky because I live in a very quiet area with a lot of silence. A very little town, only 400 people in my little town.
Wow.
Yes, I'm so very, very lucky. And I have a woods in front of me, and a big garden around my house, and a lot of sun. The first lockdown was great, was good. Okay, and I wrote 2 feature movie for remember, for the Invisible War is a good movie about the history of the hospital, mental hospital, for people with a problem on 1945. Okay, in England. Cly Hill Hospital is a real story about 3 characters. Adam was a redux for the Second World War, with a lot of big problem because his brother was killed. And I wrote a team of Adam, okay, and Cynthia Dash is a girl with a big problem of mental, and another character is Cynthia. And
Yep.
For a composer, it's very important to write a theme of each character. Okay.
Correct.
In this case, the Civil War is not the main character, but the free character. Okay. And for example, about the Invisible War, I have recorded in a remote with my great friends, a saxophonist, is an amazing musician, Roberto Buffello, is playing with tenor, with alto saxophone and soprano saxophone. In his studio, I asked to Roberto, please send me this stem recorded. Okay, no problem. He was amazing because Roberto play with me for 20 years. 20 years. Okay, a lot of concert is like my big brother. Okay, this is important to do a good music, to keep a connection, to keep a great friendship, to human relationship. Okay,
Absolutely.
to do a great music. And Roberto as an incredible person because he understands perfectly my musical idea. Okay, my musical idea. He's understand perfectly, and is a great improviser. Okay, is a great music improviser and classical music, and he play jazz music. He play everything. Okay. And I wrote a theme for Adam, and I'm inspired music, for example, of Samuel Barber Adagio. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yes, it's a beautiful composition, and I was inspired because in the Invisible War is a particular scene of flashback of this soldier. Adam, remember when his brother was killed for the German soldiers.
Wow,
okay,
that must be difficult.
I wrote a string section with a very dramatic mood. Okay, and this was my first lockdown, but the second lockdown was very, very hard for me. I remember that a lot of depression because in November and December, no sun at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., no sun. Okay, and school was closed, half closed. Okay, not too much, and started again to do a video lesson. No possibility to do orchestra with my students. Very trouble. And I need to work with my students in orchestra. Okay, because it's an important aspect of human relationship with students. Okay, and I had a lot of problem, and I wrote something music for a short movie, but it's so hard. In January, February, I'm come back to normality with my mental aspect and my health, and there's no possibility to go in the swimming pool, to go to running, to go to walking, nothing, because also I would like to explain with my 10 rules to become a good composer. Is one of aspect is very important. Take care of your health.
Yep.
Take care of your health. And in April and of 2021, in April, I took the COVID with my wife, but not so much bad. And I stayed 10 days in my studio, and I wrote a soundtrack, original soundtrack of movie of Tony Bianchi, Room 4D. I call it Tony. I say, "Hey Tony, I'm positive. and I stay every day in my studio, and I wrote a full score in 8-9 days for all, because a lot of time, a lot of inspiration, not too much bad, no flu, a little bit tired, but it was good. And of course, now maybe we come back at normality, maybe, I don't know, but I come back to do a lot of swimming pool. I come back to hiking in a mountain, because my second love is a mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
you need to go to the south of Chile, well, the big mountains, man.
No.
If you like that kind of stuff, hiking and stuff like that. No, but I know what you're saying. It's important to have, sanity. It's work is important, family is important, but you need to, like you say, you need to take care of yourself, do exercise, and forget about music. If you're sitting right on a desk all the time, right, you don't see the world, right?
Yeah.
You need to forget about some stuff. I try to do like a little bit of everything, so keep my sanity, right?
Yes.
I'm a computer scientist, so I have a lot of computers here at home, a lot of music, but sometimes I want to go for a walk, right? Whether it's rain or snow or whatever, and forget about my world, go and exercise, or be with the family or whatever. Let's go back to the beginning. Were you born like in a musical family? I mean, how old were you when you perhaps began taking, I don't know, piano lessons or guitar lessons?
Yes, I remember when I was so younger, my father played a tenor saxophone.
Yeah.
But my father was a director in the post office. Was a director in post office.
Yeah.
But my father also liked the music and tried to give the love of music to me. Okay. Yeah. And said me, Alberto, it's time to go to learn music. Okay. In the little city, my little city, I remember 35 years ago. And I remember to start to play the piano, because my mother loved that I play the piano. And I remember I have stayed many hours to listen music in the living room of my father, with music of 18, music of TV series, with giradischi. Okay.
Wow.
With the headphone of my father, and every day told my father, hey father, please turn on the giradischi, and I stay with a headphone to listen music every day. Okay, it was great. And I think that music chose me, and not I chose the music.
I got it. Yeah.
Yes, and I think that music saved my life. And I didn't remember my life without music. Always. And I remember when I was so younger in the school, when I was 5 years older, I do a print of a theater with audience and me on the stage. And the teacher, Alberto, show me what you printed. This is my printed. Okay. And also in the medium age, started to go in Conservatory to took the Pianoforte Diploma in classical music. And it was very hard, because in Italy the traditional courses was so hard, because you have to study Johann Sebastian Bach is fundamental. Johann Sebastian Bach, Beethoven piano sonata, something of just Brahms, Rhapsody, Bela Bartok. I love Bela Bartok, and I remember I have studied 6 hours by days in classical music, because my teacher was a very amazing teacher, but it's so very hard. Okay, there's no possibility to do mistakes. That's very strong man, very strong man. But is intelligent person, because he knows that I play classical music, but I play also jazz music.
Yeah.
Also, for all my life, I play. I love to write music and improvised music. I remember when I have studied Beethoven Piano Sonata. Under the note, I wrote a chord, the harmony, like jazz. And my teacher told me, "What are you doing? What are you writing? What is this?" "I'm sorry, teacher. This is a harmony to understand where the music going." Okay. And also after the finish the classical courses, I've played a lot of jazz music, a lot of to do a lot of improvised music. It's important to do many experience with a lot of style. But my first love is a composition to write music, because I need to write music. I need to say something to the audience, and I need to say something to the world. I need to say what I have in mind, only with music, with no word.
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly. You say jazz. What kind of music were you listening when you were, I don't know, 14, 15, the equivalent of high school, before you graduated from high school? What kind of music were you listening? Rock composer, jazz composer?
Composer, yes. I love to listen Keith Emerson.
Yeah.
Of course. Frank Zappa, Jimi Hendrix, Miles Davis, of course, Miles Davis, and Keith Jarrett. Keith Jarrett was my first love. I remember when I bought the first CD, the first album of Keith Jarrett, The Cool Concert.
The Cool Concert, yeah.
Concert, I said, "Oh, wow, incredible." And I studied everything of this concert. Okay, I learned every note from the CD with no score.
Yeah, wow.
Play all. But of course, in my life comes Bill Evans. Bill Evans is one of my great loves. Bill Evans and many others. Charlie Parker, also Duke Ellington, Herbie Hancock. Herbie Hancock, of course, is a big father of the music. I have seen Herbie Hancock in the concert 3 times. As a great, incredible musician. Old pianists like Earl Hines, Errol Garner, Wynton Kelly, the old school. Okay.
Wow, those are big names.
Oh yes, yes.
You like Pat Metheny?
Yes, Pat Metheny is good. Love so much his group with incredible musician, with Antonio Sanchez, is an incredible drummer. And incredible. Antonio Sanchez give a unique sound or the music of Pat Metheny. Yes, I love it. And many music.
Lyle Mays was pretty good too.
Yeah, Lyle Mays. Yes, it's passed away. It's passed away.
Yeah, unfortunate. So when you were 18, 17, you finished high school, you need to go to college. You knew right away that like you say, the music came to you, not the other way around. You knew exactly what you wanted to do, and forget about architecture, medical school, engineering. No, I want to go to kind of musical school and be trained?
I didn't never have I always have a clear idea of my life.
Got it.
I would like to do music. I'm a musician. Okay. I remember my father when going retired, and was a possibility to go to work in the post office. Okay, because when director was retired, if a director has a son, there's a possibility to go with a permanent contract. And I say, no, thank you.
I'm not interested in that.
Oh, thank you. I'm not interested. And my sister told yes. And I started to do a piano lesson with a lot of students, but was always was so hard, because to do a musician is not a real job. Okay, it's a job, but it's not a real job.
That's right.
Medical is a real job, architect a real job, but musician is to do different, to understand the right direction. And I played a lot of jazz, because I would like to become a great musician. It's not a good musician, a great musician. Okay. Yeah. And started to write music, because I made two person in my life, two great teacher, Bruno Tommaso and Riccardo Zegna. They are so a master of composition, they master of orchestration, and they teach me the real essence of the music. Okay. The discipline of writing for a big band of brass jazz music. And with Bruno Tommaso is a master of the composer, jazz composer, is my spiritual father. Okay.
Right.
Is a spiritual father. And I remember 15 years old, 15 years ago, Bruno Tommaso give me a grant. I won a grant, okay, a special for workshop with him, and he told me, you are a talent, but you have to study. Don't stop here, but go on, okay. And he's incredible. And I won the first prize of jazz big band in the Tuscany in Italy, the first prize for original composition. And also Riccardo Zegna told me, if you want to write a good music, you have to write music. Okay, if you want to learn to do things, you have to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, practice. Okay, to do experimental, for example, write something from cello, electric guitar, clarinet, and piano. I said, but it's impossible to. A lot of different kind of instruments. It's not important. It doesn't matter. Okay, try to do this, and I think this is the best way to become a great composer. To try to write always to find a new way, but it's important to study the great master. For example, I have studied the score of Duke Ellington, the score of Gil Evans.
Wow. The
score of Maria Schneider. I liked much Maria Schneider, and to understand how I can write to harmonize a reed, a woodwinds, strings, okay, to understand the mood, and the same things for me it's important to record everything I play. I remember with Roberto, in every concert I've recorded. This is important things that I told to my students. If you want to understand if you play well or bad, please record your performance and re-listen.
Right.
Okay, it's very important because you listen everything. Okay, and you will play better. You will play better if you listen. Okay, and of course I like to write music for movie, because music and movie for me is a perfect connection. I've been the first time in the cinema with my father. My father gave me a passion of the movie. The first time was when I was 5 years older, 5 year older, and I've seen a great movie, 1997, Escape from New York of John Carpenter.
Yeah, wow, yeah, I know the movie. Yeah.
I was only a very little child with my father. My father, come on to the cinema. This is a great movie. Oh yes. And I remember when I'm sitting in the audience, my father, hey, look, this actor is Lee Van Cleef. Oh, great. And my father explained me the name of the actor, the name of the film director. And I said, oh, wonderful music with picture. And I have seen a lot of movie every week, starting to 5 years older. The Warriors, Alien Saga, Ram First Blood, Terminator. It's incredible. And my mother said, but it's too much younger to see that movie. No, don't understand it. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. And the music with the picture was incredible. And I learned the name of the actor, the name of the film director. I have seen many movies. I remember I've seen the cinema Come Back to the Future. I've seen Forrest Gump, Titanic, Schindler's List, JFK, Point Break with great Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. And I love to write music for the movie, because music and movie is the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Music could be 50% of the movie, and sometimes music could be 16% of the movie. Okay, and music can change the story of the movie. For example, of my favorite example, Jaws of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
John Williams wrote a famous score based on the famous half tone. Da-di-di-da. It's very simple idea. And when John Williams wrote this idea, showed to the Steven Spielberg, and Steven Spielberg told to John Williams, what is this? I'm not sure. It's not a good idea.
Wow.
Yes, and John Williams, no, please, Steven, trust me, this is a great idea. Okay, I want to trust you. And Steven Spielberg today said, Jaws today is a cult movie because John Williams wrote a memorable and an incredible score.
Yeah, wow.
Because for a very simple idea, the most famous half tone in the story of the music, this is a great idea to give a sense of fear to the audience. The audience don't see the jokes, but listen the music. listen the music, and oh my God, where is the Joves? Where is the Joves? Okay, this is incredible. And I, with the film director, I tried to understand their musical idea, and of course, I to write a good music. I try to become part of the script. I try to become part of the story. I would like to become part of the character, to understand better the mood. Okay, in this way I can write the right music. Okay, and of course, if you take a movie and ask to write original music to 10 film score composer, you can listen 10 version, because we are a human. Okay, depend of your story, depend of your mood, depend of many things. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Let me ask you a question. As I will go onto your film scores as well in detail, but as a performer, you have played in Italy, obviously, Austria, France, Switzerland, and you make a tour to the Carnegie Hall as well. Feel free to elaborate. You like any particular memory that you have, any particular theater that you say, man, I wish I could live in Switzerland because in the theater was the best thing I ever heard, or the best thing I ever seen?
I have played in Switzerland, in the Austria and USA in Carnegie Hall with Roberto Fiello Rebuffello.
Yeah.
This was incredible experience. We played some of my composition and some of jazz standard. Okay. Remember the evening, the historical evening in the Carnegie Hall was incredible. Sold out.
Wow.
We played some of composition of Charlie Parker, Duke Ellington, and the sound of my music. And the people understand the power of the energy of us, of me and Roberto, and the rhythmic section was in quartet. We played in quartet. But I think that it's difficult to, in the USA, in New York City, it's very hard business. Okay, music, everything is a business. Okay, life is so very faster, very fast. I'm not like this. I love to live in a European style. Okay, yeah. So a little bit quiet. Okay, with my music, because in the USA, people work a lot of hour and a lot of rush. Everything is very faster, and everything is a business. Everything is a business for the money. Okay.
Yeah.
This is good, but I think that we need to build a human relationship. Okay. I remember that I never meet the director of Carnegie Hall. She wrote me a lot of email with my cousin Dean Kropp. Dean Kropp is my cousin and helped me to organize everything, to sold the ticket, to sighting, because it's so very hard to organize everything. And this director wrote a lot of email with Dean, but I never didn't meet in person. Okay. She wrote me, "Congratulations, Alberto, for your success. It's incredible that I know with the Italian band for sold out." Okay. Okay, but it was wonderful. Of course, it was wonderful. And I remember in the Avignon in France with Roberto, we played in the Avignon for the final contest in the Europe. We was 300 band, and we was only 4 band in the final step. Okay, yeah. I play in this place, wonderful, beautiful in the jazz d'Avignon, Avignon Jazz Festival.
Yeah,
duo, only piano and sax. And when me and Roberto are alone, piano and sax start the magical, something magical. I don't need to see Roberto in the eyes, but we have a special, very special connection, and it's so great. But anyway, I stay. My second work is my second real work. My second important work is to write music in my studio. Okay, yeah. Stay many hours in my studio because I have as an amazing instrument is a grand piano, Shigeru Kawaitis.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Very incredible instrument with great sound. I bought this is a very important factory in Milan, Griffa. Griffa is the best piano factory in the world. Okay, and I like to record. I live with a real musician in my studio, for example, violin, viola, cello, saxophone, electric guitar, voice, because it's important in a score to use something electronic sound, something virtual sound, and something real sound with a real musician. Okay, but depend of the music. For example, I'm working with this great movie called We Will Love Again of Jean-Luc Servino. Jean-Luc Servino is a great film director, great talent film director, so younger, but he is a big heart from Naples. He lives in Naples. He's a very courage guy. He has courage to do something of original. Okay, he doesn't want to be someone else. Okay, he wants to be original. Okay. I remember another movie with that I scored with Jean-Luc Servino was Good Night, Mr. Johnson, 1 year ago. Is a spy, is a dark noir, black and white movie. Is a mystery between detective story. Okay, it's a short movie. It's medium movie, 15 minutes, and 40s. Good Night, Mr. Johnson. I've recorded the saxophone of Roberto with tenor saxophone, jazz music, with string, with piano, and the result was incredible because with Gianluca, we have a special connection. We don't need too much to talking about which kind of music need for this movie. Please, Alberto, write me something like this, like that. No, we don't need it. Okay. Go on. He trusts me, and I trust you. I trust Gianluca. Yeah. And for this movie, it is this film, We Will Love Again. This film is a metaphor for life. And is essential a reflection on pain and the search for hope. Okay, but above all, on the destiny that unites us.
Got it.
Okay. And it's important theme are touches upon, such of exploitation of prostitution, and as well as the different in the social group. Okay. And for this movie, I have recorded string quartet because I would like a different sound, a new challenge for me. And I recorded with two violin, viola and cello, and I've recorded with piano, one track with piano and cello, and two string quartet. The results is good. It's good, and I'm looking forward to see the World Cup. Okay, and I'm working for and more two tracks. Okay, for the last chain, but I need to see the chain. Okay.
Perfect. What can you? That's great. That's a great story. What can you tell me about the 2008, your own composition from the film Metropolis, the famous, of course, from 1927, the favorite movie.
Oh, Metropolis.
Yeah.
Oh, about Metropolis, I remember. I remember I was 15 years older.
Yeah.
The person asked me, please, Alberto, could play the piano in real time during the movie of Fritz Lang?
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course. 2 hours, 2 hours of the movie, and play total improvisation. But I remember that I wrote some theme, something. Okay. It was hard, but it's an incredible experience. And 2008, 15, 16 years older.
Wow.
Yes. It was hard, but it was very great experience with audience on the stage, the grand piano in the church. Okay, it was great. Yes.
Good for you, man. What about? Feel free to elaborate on the soundtrack, the A High Price of Ginger Beer. I listened to that, and it's very good. Feel free to elaborate on that, the movie and the score.
Oh yes, for Ginger Beer, I've used I've recorded with Alberto Ghigliotto. He's an amazing amazing cello player, and I wrote this melody so sadly, okay, very deep, dramatic melody, because it's the story of this mother that see his son died. Okay, very younger, and I wrote this very sadly and deep melody, and I play with my piano, with my grand piano, with some string and cello, and nothing more.
Wow.
Nothing more, because it's important. It's not important how many instruments you use for a score, but the idea, the strong musical idea. Okay, you don't need the full orchestra, you don't need 1,000 instruments. Okay, I used the 3 instruments: piano, grand piano, cello, and strings. Okay, virtual instruments of strings and some effect, nothing more. And Alberto at the cello was amazing, because also a great musician, is a great improviser. Okay, and I asked to him to improvise in some section. Okay, you are so free, because it's important to give a trust to musician that play your score. Okay, and to understand which is the good quality of musician. use in the score, and give a unique sound of your score, and give a very personal sound. This is a big challenge. Also, that said Marco Verba, this is a big challenge to find your personal sound. This is a big challenge for a Finnish composer. For this reason, I'm trying to do to find something original with a particular. For example, I use my grand piano not only with the traditional style, but I recorded a percussion inside the piano. Okay, with damper, with use the finger, yes, with the finger, with an effect, and I use a sound that is my sound. Okay, for example, I have recorded in the with woods percussion inside, with overdubbing. Okay, overdubbing 3, 4, 5 times to create some layer, okay, of a score. You don't need a lot of instruments. You need a very strong musical idea. Okay, but is a magical, something magical. Yeah. I can explain how arrive the inspired, depend of your moods, depend of your idea, depend of the day, depend of many things. But it's important to have a lot of patience.
Absolutely, man. What can you tell me about that's pretty good? Thank you. What can you tell me about another soundtrack, Scene Eater? That's a very good too.
Oh, Scene Eater was a very longer work, because in the first lockdown, the film director Carmelo Chimera contact me. Okay, Alberto, please write an original music. Okay. Is a very good horror, psychological horror, thriller horror, and I wrote I think a very good main theme, because the big challenger for a Finnish score composer is to write a very good main theme. If you write a good main theme, you have wrote 50% of the score. Okay. For the score, I've called Alberto Bellavia at the cello, and I wrote this melody for the character. The character is this girl. This girl has an accident, and the police officer found her in the road, and invited to stay with him, with his family. But the family of this police officer is something wrong. Okay, and something evil possession this girl. Okay, and this girl is innocent, but something of evil go down in this girl. And I wrote a very very heavy, very light melody, but is something wrong in the melody. There is something wrong in the melody. Okay, is disturbed the audience. And Carmelo told me I was incredible, it's perfect. And for all the score, you can listen the main theme sometimes, and I use my piano, I use the string, and I use to overdubbing a lot of section of cello, because I asked to Alberto to play an effect with violoncello, okay, percussion with the woods of violoncello. and something I used an effect like a lot of reverb with delay, effect of delay. Okay, it was a very longer work. Okay, but it was an incredible experience. Every score is an incredible experience.
Of course. How long on average does it take from the beginning to end? I have heard, I think talking to Marco told me that sometimes you only have 3 weeks to do it, and it's you know, because the director will say, okay, you have 1 month or at the most to work on the stuff, right? Is it usually it's like that? Is it 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
3 weeks for a score?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, or
Yes, depend if you understand so fast, so very fast. If you are so quickly to understand the score, to understand the script, to understand the mood. Okay, something. For example, I love to score a drama, movie, thriller. Depend. Sometimes I started to do a score for a movie so difficult to understand the musical idea of film director. I need many months. For example, I've done and a score only with my synth, only with my Moog Matriarch and Nord Wave 2, with only synth, because the film director want a retro style of 18 style. Okay, and I do a lot of attempts because film director changed the idea. Okay, I would like the music like this. Okay, no, try, because this film director is so a great talent called Janusz Madej. Is a clear idea, and he directed this movie Legendary during the lockdown, only in his apartment. He's claustrophobic. Okay, is a psychological thriller, and he asked me to write something of iconic sound, like John Carpenter, for example. Okay, and I found iconic sound with my synth and Nord Wave 2, and he was so enthusiastic, but the process of score it was so longer. Okay, so longer. Depend of the score, depend of your inspiration. For Goodnight Mr. Johnson, I was very faster because I understand so quickly the score, the script. Okay, and Gianluca explained me by phone the story. Okay, I understand everything. Stop. I don't need enough. Okay.
Is it difficult to, let's say if I were to hire you to, I'm writing a movie, right? And I only have a book and I wrote the script. I send you the script via email. Can you picture what the movie is about by seeing the script, or you prefer to have where this is the first kind of draft, no music, you see the movie, you see the people, and you have an idea what the movie is about? Is it very hard? Because I imagine that from the script, from you in your head, right, trying to imagine all the character, and well, of course, it's an action movie or it's a thriller or this, but I imagine that it's very difficult to do, right? Or not? Or
no, depend. Something I work with the whole movie, with the picture, with the movie. Something I work only with script, because for this reason, what I told something minutes ago, depend of the script depend of the connection with film director, depend of the human relationship with film director. Sometimes I need to understand only the story. I don't need to read the script, okay? But only film director told me the story. He give me an idea of the mood of the character, okay?
Mhm.
And I start to see the movie in my mind, okay? And then I start to write the music not in my studio, but when I drive my car, when I'm hiking in the mountain,
Yeah.
swimming in the pool, and start to thinking the right instrumental, okay, which is the right instruments that give the perfect idea of the score. It's my first question. It's important. And after start going in my studio and write some idea and start the process of artistic process to write the music. Depende. Is a good question. I prefer. It's important to write good music for a good project. Okay, for me, it's important the quality of the movie, because the movie is artwork. The movie is pictures, acting, music, photography, color, sound designer, many things. Okay.
Yeah.
If the movie is good, I don't need the script or the movie, but depend. For Cimeta, it was important to have a wall raw cut because I needed to do a synchronization of some scene. Okay, depend. I remember when Christine looked the mirror and the evil possessed her. I needed to change very faster the music in the scene.
To synchronize the movie
yes,
with the score, right? So
yes. For this movie, yes. For another movie, for example, The Wrong by Carlo Bath is in post-production 1.5 years, because an independent movie is by London. He's a London film director. I have wrote a lot of track. He sent me some scene, not the whole movie, but he sent me some scene, and I wrote music, and he told me the mood. I understand the character, two killer in the movie. Okay, is a psychological thriller. There are many ways to do a good score. There are many ways. I don't have the way
preference between.
Oh.
You have worked with several European, American, and Italian, movie director. It is big difference between the American movie director, European versus the Italian. It's the pace is different, but sometimes the personality may be. You may have a conflict working with different people, or
Oh, it's difficult to explain. I love to work with film director in the USA, and I love to work with film director in the Europe.
Yeah.
Depend. You can find a great film director for USA with an original idea, with a very strong idea, with courage, and you can find also in Europe. Depend. I think that for example, for the music in Europe, we are a tradition, okay, a classical tradition, and also 2 months ago, I've signed an important contract with a film talent agency in Hamburg. is a good thing for me, because this person, Matthias Stud, is a very nice person, and he called me by phone. We have we talking about my preference to start to meet me, and he told me that many film director in USA ask to work with film score composer in Europe. A Europe film composer, because a film composer born in Europe has a particular emotion, particular culture, okay? But depend. And basically, it's important to build a human relationship with the people, okay? We don't need to understand only about the business, only about the money, okay? This is my opinion, of course, because for this way you can build a journey, a very long journey with a film director, to build something of very special. Money, it comes. 95% of the movie business is independent. Okay, understand? Audience see only the top. The audience see only the big production of Walt Disney, Marvel, Fox, and see many millions of the box office. I said, oh, incredible. Avatar 2, the budget was 300 millions. Top Gun Maverick, 400 million, 1 billion of, okay, but this is a top. It's only 5%. Okay, it's only 5%. Under is 95% is a independent film director, independent movie with a very hard journey, no money, very low budget. It's always difficult to find a rising fund, to find the money, okay? But the audience don't notice. The audience see only the Marvel, the Fox, Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, okay? But this is only the top.
Yeah. So yeah. What's the budget? So the other 95% of the movie that they are not, done by, by famous actor or actress or director. So what's the budget? And then within the budget of, any of this movie, what the percentage that is allocated to just the film score?
Depend for a film score, for a feature, 3,000 euros, 5,000 euros, 6,000 euros, 1,000 euros. Depend if you can discuss with film director, and you can say to him, okay, we can start a very long journey. Okay, I can do a very special price for you for the first movie, but the second movie, I would like to continue to work with you.
Yeah.
We should to understand that it's very hard business. Okay, you are not Hans Zimmer, you are not John Williams, you are not a famous composer that the salary is very up. Forget it. You are not John Williams. But when John Williams start with Steven Spielberg, meet Steven Spielberg. Hi, Steven, I'm John. Okay, you're film composer. Oh yes, okay. Start as important journey. Okay, and Steven Spielberg for all his movie asked to John Williams, the same composer.
Right.
Okay, and start the journey. And same for me. For example, with Andrew Van Dale is my great friends. with I wrote many original score. Carmelo Chimera told me, okay, next year I'm going to direct a new movie, but you always you'll be my composer because you are amazing. Okay. Gianluca Servino told me the same things. Okay. For this reason, you build a great team with many films composer and go on. One day, success it comes, maybe, I don't know, but I'm not interested now. I'm interested to do a very quality works. Okay. I have no time to understand when I become rich. I'm not interested to become rich. I'm interested to write a good music for me, because I need for my life to write a good music, to do a great artwork. Okay, this give me an energy to go on. Okay, and something you can meet a very great film director with a great talent, but no budget. Okay, man, we can do this free because I trust you. I trust at this movie because it's a very great movie.
Yeah,
okay. We can build something very special together,
and then it will get better over time, right? So
yes,
like for example, right? So there's, I don't know, like Pino Donaggio and the Brian De Palma. You know, they have worked in, I don't know, 13, 15 films together, I think. And it was at the beginning, you know, little money, but you know, the director got better, and of course he got more budget. The musician, the Pino Donaggio was getting paid better, and then they grew together, you know.
Yes.
And of course, at the beginning it was, I don't know, in your example, was being maybe 2,000 euros, or do it for free because you have a vision. No, this guy is going to be good, so I'm good here. I will do it for, I don't know, 500 euros or whatever, because I know that down the road I can charge 5 or 6 or whatever.
We needed to trust in us, and forget for now the money. I know that the money is important.
Of course.
I'm very, very lucky because I have a permanent contract in the state school music department. Okay. In this way, I can choose the project that like me. Okay. I don't need to follow everything to get the money. Okay. This is my opinion, of course. This is my point of view.
Yeah, you can be, I suppose, you know, picky and choosy and so forth. Do you orchestrate your own music, and orchestration is an important part of the composing process, I suppose?
Yes, everything is important.
Yeah.
Usually I write something, and sometimes I don't write nothing. I improvise. Many sections I have improvised because it's more instinctive for me. I need instinctive. Some music need a lot of writing. Some music need nothing writing. This is a great words about Bruno Tommaso, my great teacher, then told me many years ago that some music need a lot of improvisation and a few write. Another music need a lot of writing and no improvisation. Depend. Yeah. Remember for the Invisible War, for a Shen of the Soldiers, I write everything, the right voicing to create a great sound like something Adagio of Samuel Barber. Okay, the similar sound, but In this case, I need to write first cello, second cello, viola, first violin, second violin, etc. Okay, it's important. Depend of the musician. Some musician need to write everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need to write everything. Something part. I put my hands on the keyboards and I feel the moods and the music go on.
Do you like a person like Hans Zimmer? I suppose that he's able to produce, so many film scores during a year. He must have, well, of course, a big studio, but several orchestrators under him, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Doing the work, so he can do 5 things at the same time or 3 moves at the same time, because you do the orchestration from this, now I concentrate on this, then somebody else do the orchestrator, then I can work with next week with another guy. So during a 3-month period, you can have, I don't know,
Yes.
3 or 5 or 6 film score, right? Right.
Yes, of course. And Zimmer has a work with a big production with millions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
If I have $1 million, I can work with a big orchestra with live in studio, and I can ask to I have many friends orchestrated, very amazing orchestrated. Okay, please, you can orchestrate this section, this section, okay, but I have money. Okay, if you have a lot of money, you can do many things. Okay, Hans Zimmer is an amazing musician. I love my favorite score of Hans Zimmer is Interstellar.
Yeah,
because Interstellar is a very simple idea. Okay, only few notes is a pedal note, A note, D D D D D D D D D D D, and this is for all score. You do a hybrid score with orchestra and electronic music. I love it. And only 3 chords: A major, F major, and G major.
Yeah. A lot of people like.
A minor, F major, C major.
A lot of people like Gladiator.
Oh yes.
I don't know if you know who Lisa Gerard is, right? Oh yeah.
Yes, my name is Massimo Undecimo Meridium.
Yeah. All
right. As a T-shirt of the Gladiator. Gladiator is one of my favorites of Hans Zimmer. I forgot it. For Gladiator is a great orchestration. It's an amazing orchestration and amazing melodical idea. Okay. I have played some parts of the Gladiator with my students in orchestra. Is an example of a great movie with a great score, 50%. Okay, great acting, great photography, great script, great story, and amazing music. Okay, and Zimmer was great for this score. I love it.
Yeah. Some people go to see movies and they don't put any attention to the music. I mean, they want to see action and attractive women and big cars and a good plot, of course, and then sometimes the music is in the background and it doesn't get the credit that it deserves, because people don't, I don't know, in my opinion, don't put that much attention, right? So you can, yes. I don't know, right?
Yes, but I think that the audience they put not much attention, but the music go on, the music arrive. Okay, if didn't Essex the music in the movie, the audience say, "What's happening? Where is the music?" Okay, yeah. It's a magical. Okay, people see the actor, see the action, see the story, but when I in the cinema, I listen the music and after see the actor, but I'm a film score composer. But the people see the acting, see everything, but probably he remember the main theme, because, for example, everybody remember, for example, Harry Potter theme. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this theme. Everybody. Or Star Wars theme. Okay. Or Imperial March. Okay. Everybody remember this. Okay. Or Titanic.
Titanic also is a good example. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I have seen in my example, right? So a lot of things. So sometimes I have seen great movies where the music is not great. I have seen great music. I have listened to great film score, and the movie is terrible. And I have music. I have soundtrack that I have never seen. I have never seen the movie. I have at least 200 soundtracks that are I never seen the movie for one reason or another. And I cannot put my headphone. I like the stuff, and I try to imagine in my head, right, what's this movie's about based on the soundtrack. It's kind of crazy.
It's incredible. Happening. Depend in the history of the movie. There are some movie good,
Yeah.
but the soundtrack is up. For example, I love First Blood with Sylvester Stallone. It's a great movie, but the music of Jerry Goldsmith is great. Is over.
Yeah.
It's sonic music. It's incredible music, and I listen a lot of time. I've seen a lot of time in First Blood because I love the Sylvester Stallone acting, and but Ted Hotchkiss didn't remember the film director. Made this movie with a low budget, medium budget, but the music give a great action, a great energy, okay, the movie. For example, for the main theme, Jerry Goldsmith wrote "It's a Long Road," the main theme, and used the acoustic guitar. For the opening, Sylvester Stallone arrived in the house of his friend died, and asked to a woman, "Where is my friends? Oh, sorry, but your friends is died by a cancer come in the Vietnam." And the music is "It's a Long Road," only part instruments. And at the ending, when Sylvester Stallone finish his journey with Richard Crenna, and Richard Crenna say, "Please, it's finished." An historical Shen with Sylvester Stallone say, "Nothing is finished. Nothing is finished. Nothing is finished." Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want this life. Start the same song with a singer. It's a long road. Okay. And the music, beautiful. Also for Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Movie is so interested, but music is incredible. Is incredible. I didn't remember another example, but maybe sometimes happening. Okay.
Is your music being licensed, and then you can get paid a little bit of money? Where some people do like a library, and they end up taking the library, they sell the library to movie studios or TVs or advertising, and they get paid a little bit of money every time that a particular track is played or shown on a commercial or TV? It's a good business to be into?
No, I have many of my track license library, but it's not good business for me.
No, yeah.
Because it's a killer business, I think. I don't like, because for a film director is a cheaper solution, a library, because
library, yeah.
I need a song of drama song, okay, like in the supermarket. Okay, I take this, and this. This is not my vision. I prefer to work with a real person that sent me a movie. I read the movie. I write a original movie for this chain, for this script, for you, because you are a real film director. You work with me. Synchronization is I don't like, and okay.
Yeah, I understand. Feel free to elaborate on the film score, the soundtrack for Sacramentum. It's very good, actually.
Oh yes, Sacramentum. I saw very inspired of the music of Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah.
So inspired with a great score of a horror movie of 1960, say, Omen.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, beautiful score. Beautiful. Is with choir, classical, gothic. Is an incredible score. The movie is good. I remember when I see this movie, of course, when I was 6 years older and 7 years older, my mother, please don't see this kind of movie. No, I like this kind of movie. Okay. Oh yes. Sacramentum and Andrew Vandele is a great film director, and we have a special connection. Andrew told me the history. Okay, is enough for me, because with Andrew we are two persons but one mind. Okay. Wow. And I wrote this gothic score with choir, and I follow a very strong idea. Okay, and something, of course, I put my sign with my piano,
yeah.
Percussion on the chord with finger damper. This is my personal sign.
Oh, I see. I know what you mean now. Yeah. Do you listen to a lot of soundtracks, film score for other composers all over the world to give you ideas, or you think I listen to somebody else's music may influence you in a particular film score that you're working now?
I have always had an influence,
right?
for another, always, because it's important to listen everything. Okay, to develop our skill, to develop because the journey of film composer is always never stop. Okay,
right.
It's important to do this every day, and listen many music to find a new inspiration. Okay, because you can write something similar every day, or you can write something similar every score. I don't like this. I like to develop my skill, to develop my work, to develop the quality of my music, to find a different instrument, a different section. For example, for We Will Load Again, Jean-Luc Sergino movie, I wrote a string quartet, for example. Okay, inspired Ligeti, Beethoven, Ravel, okay, and classical music, and of course the master of composer, Johann Sebastian Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach is the top.
Of course.
The top. Okay. Another composer are below.
Yeah. Like there are three big names, I suppose. You know, Bach, Mozart, and Beethoven, and the rest are way here, way below, right?
Yes, but for me, Johann Sebastian Bach is God.
Yeah. You like the what's the golden variations?
Oh yeah, I listen many thousand and thousand times.
Same here. It's
One of my
unbelievable. Yeah.
Glenn Gould, the
The
recording
Gould
of
was unbelievable. Yeah.
IT-81, the last recording of Glenn Gould. Glenn Gould, after 1 month, died. It was his last recording.
Yeah, Glenn Gould, I think he died in Canada, right? If I remember.
Yeah.
He didn't want to stay on TV or doing interviews. He isolated himself.
Oh
He
yes,
was very reclusive, right?
Very, very difficult person. A lot of sorrow, a lot of medicine, a lot of particular state of mental problem. I didn't like to live like Glenn Gould.
Yeah.
He's incredible genius, but I need to do a lot of sports. I need to meet the person. Glenn Gould.
Yeah. He stopped. One day he say, I don't want to play live anymore, and then he moved to Canada. He say,
22 years.
I don't need a phone. I don't need anything. I want to be isolated from the world.
His last concert was 32 years older. Stop. He decided stop. Only record in the studio.
Wow, it's amazing, man. Very weird, very strange life, but
yes,
that's the life that he chose, you know, and the lifestyle that he chose. But the guy was unbelievable. Yeah, I have seen several documentaries about him and the Golden Variation, his version, and I think when he was learning how to play piano, I think his mother thought he had to do it, and he used to talk a little bit, right? You can listen a little bit. He's, I don't know, pronounces some word or talking while he's playing. I suppose, right?
Yes, I have read a lot of book of Glenn Gould. It's incredible life story.
Yeah, very sad though. He was, yeah, and feel free to. This is the last question. Feel free to mention your website where the listener, the view can buy your music, and your website and everything that you want to mention.
Yes, I have a website. My official website is Alberto Bellavia.
Yeah.
You can find all my details, all my movie, everything. You can find it. My biography. I have my music on Spotify, YouTube Music. Of course, no money for me, but of course for in Spotify is good for advertising for musician. Okay, no problem.
For marketing purpose, yeah.
For market, okay. You can listen my music in my YouTube channel, music, SoundCloud page. And this is good for me if someone listen my music and give an emotion for this.
Absolutely. It was very, very nice talking to you, Alberto. Good luck to you, and hope to meet you one day, and hopefully we'll see you in Italy next year, man.
Yes, with pleasure, Claudio. Thank you so much for nice talking and nice interview.
No problem. Thank you. Take it easy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.